Ciao, sono Anna e questo è My Italian Circle. Verb conjugation! Today's topic can be a bit scary for learners of Italian, especially those who are just starting out with our language, and for speakers of languages that have no conjugation. I am thinking, for example, of Chinese, which is not inflected at all, or the Scandinavian languages, or English, which one had conjugations that were almost completely lost over the centuries. If you have studied a bit of Italian, you may already know what conjugations are. But today, I am going to provide a more detailed explanation, because understanding better means remembering better. Let's go!
Who's afraid of verb conjugation?
Verbs have a great power to convey information. Let's see how Italian verbs are formed. A verb consists of two parts. The first part, which does not change, is called the root and provides the basic meaning of the verb. The final part, which changes, it's called ending and conveys a good deal of information, as we are going to see. Let's take an example verb.
Parlano, parlavo, parlassimo.
Par is the root, which carries the meaning of the verb. Iamo is the ending, the variable part that contains the grammatical information. Parliamo means we speak. Noi parliamo italiano. Another example. Scrive is the root. Ero is the ending. Scriverò. I will write. The ending of a verb tells us the person performing the action. First person, io, noi. Second person, tu, voi. Third person, lui, lei, loro. The number of persons, singular, io, tu, lui, lei. Plural, noi, voi, loro. The time when the action takes place, present, past or future. The moods or modes, the way the action is presented. The mood describes the point of view of the speaker and tells us if the action is viewed as a fact or an opinion, if it's a command, an order, if it depends on a condition, and so on. Each mood includes many tenses. We can have a present conditional or a past conditional, a future indicative and a past subjunctive. Guess what? It's all in the ending. For example, in the verbal form correrò, I will run, there is the root cor of the verb correre. The ending erò, which shows the first person singular, io, the indicative mood, and the future tense. A lot of information in just a few letters. Another example. Serviremmo, we would serve. The root serve of the verb servire, the ending iremmo, which shows the first person plural, noi, the conditional mood, and the present tense. The bottom line is, verb conjugation is a set of endings that allow us to express important information such as person, number, tense and mood.
Coniugare is a Latin verb that means to attach, from jugum, yoke. Coniugare means to add an ending to a verb, but it also means to harmonize, to marry, hence the word coniuge, spouse. Make sure that the marriage between the verb root and its ending is a happy one.
The good news is that there is a pattern. Once you have learned the endings of a tense, All regular verbs will follow that pattern. But what is life without a thrill? So we have irregular verbs. They don't follow the regular pattern and we have to memorize them. Every cloud has a silver lining though. Most irregular verbs are very common, therefore you will end up learning them through practice. Time now to see all of this in practice. These are the endings of the present indicative first conjugation. I am going to explain the three conjugations in a moment. Right now, just focus on the endings. You just need to drop the infinitive ending are and add the ending you need. Ho, I, a, iamo, ate, ano. The endings provide essential information about the subject. Parlo means I speak, and parliamo means we speak. Basically, we have to match personal pronouns with verb endings.
Io parlo, tu parli, lei parla, noi parliamo, voi parlate, loro parlano.
Another set of endings. This is the imperfect indicative.
Io parlavo, tu parlavi, lui parlava, noi parlavamo, voi parlavate, loro parlavano.
Since the ending already contains the subject, it is very common in Italian to drop the pronoun. I'm going home. Vado a casa. This is a perfectly acceptable sentence, nothing is missing. We might want to express the subject for emphasis or to avoid any ambiguity. Io vado a casa, tu resti qui. I'm going home, you stay here.
Le tre coniugazioni.
Italian verbs are divided into three groups, which are called conjugations. The first conjugation, verbs with the ending are in the infinitive form. Amare, cantare, mangiare. The second conjugation, verbs that have the ending ere in the infinitive form. Cadere, vedere, scrivere. The third conjugation, verbs with the ending ire. Dormire, partire, scoprire. The third conjugation is a bit tricky because it's divided into two groups and each group has a different set of endings. The vast majority of verbs of the third conjugation belongs to group number 2. These verbs insert the interfix isc before all endings in the present indicative and in the present subjunctive, except in the persons noi and voi.
Cosa?
Let's clarify with two examples. Io finisco, tu finisci, lui finisce, noi finiamo, voi finite, loro finiscono. Che io finisca, che tu finisca, che lui finisca, che noi finiamo, che voi finiate, che loro finiscano. The majority of regular verbs belong to the second and third conjugations. All verbs belonging to the first conjugation are regular, except andare, dare, fare, stare. Knowing the conjugation of the verb in general is important because it allows us to know how all its modes and tenses are formed, as they usually follow a fixed pattern. Before we say goodbye, here is an overview of the three conjugations in the present indicative tense.
Canto, canti, canta, cantiamo, cantate, cantano. Prendo, prendi, prende. Prendiamo, prendete, prendono. Parto, parti, parte. Partiamo, partite, partono. Finisco, finisci, finisce. Finiamo, finite, finiscono.
Notice how endings repeat themselves in the three conjugations. The ending is always O for the first person, singular, I for the second person, singular, and iamo for the first person, plural. Check the verb that you need to conjugate in the dictionary to see if it belongs to the first, second, or third conjugation. Any irregular form will be listed at the beginning of the entry. Now it is really time for goodbyes. I hope that this roundup on the concept of conjugation has clarified things for you. Usually, every good textbook has tables of conjugations and irregular verbs. And of course, our grammar textbook is no exception. Remember to subscribe to our channel and to watch our videos to help us create more content. Patrons, don't forget to access your additional material. It's waiting for you on Patreon. Ciao! Ci vediamo la prossima settimana!